This is Denise Dennis D Nice, aka Denny in Virginia, aka the Doy's professional professional voice actor, aka Abundanicia multi-billionaire extraordinaire. And today, this is my daily live. I'm going to work on doing this for the rest of the year and just going live and just talking and getting used to public speaking online and getting better at storytelling of my life. So basically, today's topic is about getting out of the rat race because last night, I don't even remember what I talked to you. Oh yeah, yesterday I was just grateful. And then today was basically based upon what I learned last night reading the very first chapter of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now, thing about me is y'all know me in this personal development thing. We was like this, and so I have a lot of personal development stuff, and Rich Dad Poor Dad is one of the classics, one of the top tier classics that a lot of people would recommend. And so obviously I got it. I got one of the newer versions, and it's a very not brief read, but it's understandable, you know? And I've read it a total of 3 times now, like all the way through, cover to cover, 3 times now. Once taking notes, once straight through, and then once for a book club. And I would say, although I think every time I read it, my eyes were starting to open a little bit more. I never, obviously, because of the way my life is right now, I never really did anything with the information that it gave me. It never really gave me that aha. I wasn't ever feeling that thing. Everyone was like raving about it. Everyone was saying like, it changed my life. This is the one book that changed my life. Everybody was raving about it, but I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But I think I'm starting to get it. I think I'm starting to get it, and I'm hoping that means that I am reaching another level of maturity so that the content that I'm consuming, I can actually gain wisdom and extract wisdom from and apply it to my life. Because today I took a step to escape the rat race. So basically, the rat race, I'm not going to give you just read the book, okay? Just read the first chapter. If you can read anything, if you don't want to read the whole book, that's okay. Just read the first chapter. It's chunky, but just read the first chapter because he explains the rat race in there. So it's basically just the monotony of like getting up, go to work, pay your bills, go to sleep, get up, go to work, pay your bills, go to sleep, and just nonstop. You're just doing that over and over in different forms. Like maybe you stay on the job and you just stay because they give you raises. And then the more money you make, the more you spend. So it's just like you're always in that. I have just enough. I have just enough to be comfortable. I have just enough, and so you're just consistently in that cycle. And I realized that I was in the rat race, and it's kind of like I when I first read it, I don't know why I never really like personalized it to be like um to really feel like, oh, that's where I am right now, and then be like, okay, so now that I acknowledge that's where I am, what is it saying to do to focus on to get out of it? For some reason, last night when I read the first chapter, it really hit like how in the thick of it of the rat race I was in for the first part of my career. And then I recently, this year, I reached that operating on fear point of my life in which I was just getting a job just so that I could have money to not even cover my bills, but at least start to cover and chip away at some of my bills that I have. Let alone we're not even talking about getting to the debt, but like just keeping up with the bills. I was drowning, and so I was seeking jobs not for the money, for the money, not for the experience, not because God led me there necessarily, but I was just desperately trying to get jobs just because I was like, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I need money. I need money. I need money. And so I was definitely just operating based off of fear and not based off of seeking the opportunity, which is how to overcome some of that. And so I'm transitioning into looking at life, looking for opportunities. What is my next opportunity for me personally? Not the next big thing, not the next big personal development thing, not the next big wave of like trendy whatever or another. People are becoming millionaires because of AI. People are becoming millionaires because of this one thing. People became millionaires because of Dropbox shipping or whatever. People became millionaires with audiobooks, with Amazon books, ebooks, digital products. No, not the big next big wave, but like what is my next big opportunity? What do I have access to right now, that I can conjure up, not conjure up, that I can actualize from my brain? Because I was gifted with the unique creativity that I was blessed with. God designed me to be uniquely me, and I actually have a very creative mind. And so, how do I use that to see the opportunities that I've been missing out on all this time, for many many years now? So that's where I am right now, where I have checked myself out of the rat race, and so I will have no choice but to see opportunities. I will have no choice but to act on things, because otherwise I will drown in debt. I don't really have a choice now. I have to get creative. I have to tap into my own creativity, and I have to both see and seize the opportunities that are all around me, because I know they're there. And I know they're just waiting for me to see them. They've probably been there the entire time. And so I don't know where you are in life, but if you're in the rat race, I would highly recommend you just at least like acknowledge, like, how deep of it are you in, right? And what opportunities are you missing out on because you're stuck focused on that monotony, that routine, that comfort. You're just stuck in that comfort, and you don't want to leave, you don't want to take any risks because you're scared, you're operating on fear. If that's you, I would just highly recommend you read just the first chapter of Rich Dad Poor Dad. You don't have to buy the book. You just read it, get it from the library, get an e-copy or whatever. I don't know. You can find it somewhere. Go to Barnes and Noble. You don't have to buy the whole thing. I would just recommend you read just the first chapter, because a lot of times with personal development, there's too much stuff. There's too many things for you to do, too many options, and so you get option fatigue, and then you don't end up doing anything. That's what I've been doing for going on 3 years now. I've been getting option fatigue because I've just been buying, 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 buying everything, as if that's going to be a magical, like, I'm going to fix your life. But at the end of the day, I don't do anything because I have all these options. I have hundreds and hundreds and thousands and millions of options of things to do. So just read the first chapter and see the opportunity in your life that you've been missing out on, and don't read anything else. Just read the first chapter of Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's it. And then see if you can figure out what are the opportunities that you've been missing this entire time that you can be taking advantage of to create something out of what is seemingly nothing to others. That's all I have for this live. I'm learning to be, not to put my life so much out there on the internet and betwixt people that I meet. So I'm trying to cater my content more to be a bit more ambiguous and more like analytical about, like, how do I feel about these things, and less like step by step, this is exactly where I am in life, this is exactly what I'm doing. Just because of circumstances that I've been made aware of. So I want to be less transparent about exactly what I'm doing, and I think I want to switch gears to talking more about like how I'm feeling, how I'm going about like making a strategy, instead of giving you the exact strategy that I am using. Until like I certify that it worked, I'm not going to share any details. Until I certify that I have worked somewhere for a year, I'm not telling you I work where I work, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not even going to tell you that I'm looking for a job. I'm not even going to tell you whether I'm employed, unemployed, what I'm doing. I'm not going to tell any of that. I'm just going to operate based upon where's my mind currently. What did I learn? What did I experience? How was I feeling that day? And B, I'm learning to be less transparent as far as like very specifics of my life, because now is not the time to be putting all my business out there. All right, now is not the time. There will be a time when I can tell, when I'm gonna have some testimony. I'm gonna have some testimony. There will be a time. There will be a time and a place. But I know now that now is not the time to be putting all of my business out here in the public. Not just on social media, but between people that I know, but I don't know. Because I'm the type of person, I'm a very honest person. So it's like, if you ask me a question, I'm gonna give you an honest answer. But lately, when people ask me things, I've been feeling uneasy, because I'm like, why are you asking so many questions when I don't know you? I don't know you like that. And so it's been brought to my attention that maybe I should just take note of that. And so I've taken note, and I'm going to be less specific to other people in my life, including you, about exactly what's happening in my life, exactly where I am in life, and exactly where I plan to go. And instead, I'm just going to do. And I'm going to get in the Word now because I haven't been in the Word because a lot of stuff happened, but we're cool. We're cool. So I'm going to get in the Word. I'm happy that I got this live out of the way. And so that is yet another day. That is another W for me. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Let me know, what did you learn today? What did you experience today? What did you grow through today? Because I would love to cheer you on, and I would love to know, how are you progressing in your life? Because I want you to be a better you today than you were yesterday. I want you to leave 2024 as an elevated version of the you that you are today. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. And until next time, all I have to say is goodbye.